Alright, so tonight I'm going to talk to you about how we set our fronts to create matchups. In our system, the Bob is like the 11 personnel tight end that everyone on offense is using that puts that guy everywhere. So in our system, we can put this guy wherever we want. So our Bob and our tackle will travel together, our end and our Mike travel together, and our nose and our will travel together, and our three down. So we have a way to set our Bob wherever we want him in our three down front. So all of our three down fronts are named after birds. Falcon starts with an F, telling the Bob and the tackle to go to the field. Buzzard starts with a B, tells them to go to the boundary. Raven to the right, Lark to the left. All right. Now, will we use all four of these in a game? Maybe not, but it allows us. Maybe there's a run tendency. Maybe there's a pass protector that isn't good and allows us to get the matchups we want across the board. Albatross tells us we call the tailback an A, so put the Bob and the tackle to the A. Eagle tells us to put the Bob and the tackle away from the A, all right, which puts our end and our Mike to the A. Yap, all right, we call the tight end a Y, put the Bob and the tackle to the Y. Mallard, put the Bob and the tackle away from the Y, okay, which puts our end and our Mike, why it's called Mallard. All right, Eagle, why it's called Eagle is the end, all right, puts the Mike in the end to the Y. So those are 8 basic ways that we can set just a basic 505 front, all right, and we yell in our fronts. We don't care if you know what kind of front we're in. That eliminates a signal for us. So that gives us 8 ways to put our best player, our Bob, wherever we want him, and then counter from that, we can put obviously our end, if I've called it correctly, to the opposite side. So we can put our end essentially and get matchups there as well. So then we'll have usually 2 adjustments off that. So Hawk starts with an H, tells us that our tackle and our end are head up. So this gets us in our tight front. And then Toucan has a T, puts us inside the tackle. Okay, so we get into 4 eyes. So usually we have 8 ways that we can set the front, and then 2 different ways. Now these are always set to the boundary, but game plan wise, we might say always set this to the right or the left or to the A or to the Y for that given week. So that is our basic 3 down front. So now let's show how we can get into a broken stack. So we use the same word association, all right? So fly tells us to put our tackle and a 4-eye, and our Bob now goes on the line of scrimmage. Okay, so we get into this kind of hybrid 3/4 down front. So we have a 4-eye, a shade, a 5, and a wide 5 or a 7 is what we would call it on the line of scrimmage. So we just go through the same terminology. So this is fly, that's beetle, roach, lice. All right, these are all insects. Ant, all right, put these guys in a 4-eye to the A. Earwig, all right, put our end and our nose to the A. Yellow jacket, put our Bob and our tackle to the Y. Mosquito, put our end and our nose to the Y. And then we have hornet and termite, which are our 2 adjustments. So that's our way to get into a broken stack. So now, when we want to go to a 4 down front, fish is our category. Same terminology. F, all right, Bob and tackle go to the field. Bass, okay, so flathead, go to the field. Bass, go to the boundary. Ray, go to the right. Largemouth, go to the left. Anchovy, go to the A. Eel, all right, the nose and the end go to the A. Yoke, the Bob and the tackle go to the Y. Marlin, our Bob and tackle go away from the Y, which puts our end and our Mike to the Y. Goldfish and cod are our adjustments here. So goldfish is we go outside the guard, outside guard. Cod is outside the center, okay, which gets us into 2 eyes. So our fish base rule is our 5 technique will always be a C-gap defender. So you might ask, how do we get to a 7 technique? All right, we just created another family. So now fox, any mammal, tells our guys that they're going to be a 7 technique. So fox, boar, rabbit, lion, antelope, elk, yak, monkey, goat, cat. Same terminology, all of our kids know how to line up. All right, the word association and the category tells them how to line up. So then we get into our vegetable fronts, okay? So fiddlehead tells us that set our tackle and our bob to the field. Any vegetable is going to be a bare front. So that's fiddlehead to the field. Beet is to the boundary. Radish is to the right. Lettuce is to the left. Asparagus to the A. Eggplant, okay, our mic and our end to the A. Yam to the Y. Mushroom, all right, our mic and our end to the Y. And then our two kind of adjustments down here, horseradish and turnip. Remember that this is just hawk and toucan. Now our backers made the adjustment. So that's our way to get into bare fronts. From there, all right, our spice and herb are our way to get into a 4-down front with a walk-up linebacker. So instead of having the linebacker a show call or having your movement tagged, we'll tell our linebacker already to line up there. So same terminology: fennel, basil, rosemary, lavender, allspice, epizoto, yucca, mace, ginger, cumin. And all this is the mammal front with the linebacker walked up to the spot that we want him on the field. So we keep it pretty simple. And then we go to our 6-down fronts. Now it just tells our will to walk up: fig, banana, raspberry, lime, apple, elderberry, yucca, melon, grapes, and cantaloupe. And then we have ways to adjust, but that's just 60 easy ways in the first 4 days that our guys learn how to line up, and then we can switch guys kind of across the board. But it just allows us with this guy to get him matched up against anyone we want. So we can really highlight this guy, all right, and potentially we could hide these two guys, all right. But we can also highlight everyone's different strength, but it allows us in this system, if this guy is the worst player all game, then man, maybe we want to be in Raven and always bring our Bob. If this guy is the worst and our end is the best 5-technique player for us, then we might want to go Raven the whole entire game and let our end against this guy. So it allows us to create matchups across the board. The word association makes it easy for our kids to understand how to get lined up, and it gives us 60 options in a game, and that's just our base way. Now, then we can add tags, where one of our tags example would be falcon end, where the end now becomes a 4-eye, and the mic, so you get half a tight front over here. So different tags then allow us to get into even more, which with our tags, we can end up getting into 336 different fronts, I think. But thanks for listening. Enjoy Michael Jordan. You guys will be probably tuning in to ESPN right now. If you need anything, let me know.